Yeah.
Hi.
So, hi. First of all, thank you for joining the demo. Welcome all. So, before starting, just let me give me a brief introduction about myself. So, my name is Hemant. I have overall 14 years of IT experience, in data engineering and data warehousing. So, mostly I have worked in BFSI and healthcare domains. So, whereas I have used multiple ETL tools, migration projects, and currently working on Snowflake and Snowpark. So, this is about me. Yeah. So, would you like to give, a brief introduction about yourself, like, Likith, Ramesh, and Shabir, so that I can understand what's your background? So since we have very less audience here, so we have plenty of time.
Hello, sir. My name is Likith.
Mm-hmm.
I only have 3 years of experience in IT.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, I'm working in e-commerce domain as a Magento web developer and as an data analyst kind of thing in my organization. And I don't have any experience with Snowflake, but I've just only kind of gone through the basics of Snowflake, document wise, not any hands-on wise.
Okay, fine, fine. Since you're a data analyst, you should be having a good exposure on the SQL.
Yeah. SQL, especially, we only use SSMS in our organization since our company is very small. We mainly
Mhm.
rely on SSMS and SSRS reports primarily.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. So, Ramesh,
I am.
hi.
I have 3.5 years of experience in IT. So I
Mm-hmm.
like to change in other domains. So basically, before I'm on telecom domain. So just looking for the
Okay, then you're in
Snowflake.
the
So whether I can
you're,
incorporate it now.
you're in the right place. Shabir,
This is Shabir here.
yeah.
Currently, have 7 to 10 years of experience in IT industry.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, I'm working as an Oracle DBA.
DBA.
So I want to change the domain as a Oracle.
Okay, got it. Super, super. Okay, guys. Okay, let's start it. Okay. So, guys, so Snowflake. Okay. So, so what we have, Shabir, right? The databases we have. On-premise databases. You might be like, Oracle or, Teradata or Microsoft SQL Server. So whatsoever, DB2. So these are the on-premise databases, right?
Yes.
So which requires a frequent maintenance. Okay, so we need a DBA person to look after the database health check, and we need the frequent backups, and we have to based on the data loads, like, we have to do the scale up in the sense we have to increase the, the storage, or, memory or RAM size, right? This is what you do on
Yes.
a as a database administrator. These are the tasks that you have. Am I right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So now comes to the, so now before, like, so what we have I have witnessed in the past few years, right? This Snowflake has, completely changed the no no the data engineering world. Okay. So before going to know what is the Snowflake, just let's understand why, first of all, why we need the data cloud platforms. Okay. I think Shabir can more relevant to this one. He will relevant himself. See, when it comes to, okay, why we need the cloud databases. So already we have the on-prem, right? So very first thing, the data is increasing on a day by day. Like, it's going to the terabytes, petabytes. So it's keep increasing. So it is very much cumbersome when we have to maintain this kind of data explosion, especially in this AI era. So I mean, the artificial intelligence, era. And also, it is very difficult to maintain the infrastructure in the sense the storage, the memory whatsoever, okay, and the scaling up. And at the same time, the business needs the reports on time. Like, just they wanted to, whatever the end users, they want to see the data almost all near real time. Okay. And also the cost. Okay. So the to address all these, issues, where the data cloud databases are came into the picture, cloud databases. Okay, so this is where all the cloud database comes into the picture to address the on-premise issues what we are facing right now. Okay, now, so understood, right? Why we need the cloud databases to address all these on-premise issues. Shabir, how frequently you do these backups and scale up in the sense, increasing the storage power or memory power or RAM power, computing power as a DBA, because you have 10 years of experience, right?
Almost,
Sorry.
almost 10 years.
So how frequently you do this DBA related activities and cleanup and backups?
Backups every day we are having, and
Mhm.
cleanup in frequent limits. Cleanup is frequent limits depending upon the requirement as per the client requirement. We are doing the
Mhm.
cleanup, and scaling is not exactly I can say, but whenever we required, whenever we are running out of the space, whenever we are running out of the performance issues, then only we are going for the scale.
Perfect. Yeah. So, but you have to do, right? But there should be one
Yes,
DBA should be exist.
yes.
Okay. Now this is where exactly the cloud databases comes into the picture. Okay. So we need not to do any maintenance. Okay. Any backups. Nothing. So everything will be automatically taken care of. Like, so you just get the license. It's just kind of a plug and play software as a service. Okay, so no maintenance, no backups are required, so everything will be taken care by the cloud infrastructure. Okay, just a moment. So today now I'm going to show you, like, so why the Snowflake is, like, playing a big role in the cloud databases. So now understood, right, why the cloud database is required. And coming to the next one, we have so many cloud databases in the market, right? So say for example, AWS has the Redshift, and Microsoft Azure has the Synapse, and Google has the BigQuery. So already these are the major cloud database providers. So still, why we need the Snowflake? So see, it is not just like a database alone in the cloud. Okay, it is data plus cloud plus AI. So it brings all these three aspects together into Snowflake's ecosystem. Okay, so now Snowflake cannot be used just as database. It can be used as a data warehouse. It can be used as a data lake. It can be it can be used as a data engineering platform. It can be used as a data sharing platform. And of course, we can use the semi-structured data platform, and also we can share it can be used as a data sharing platform. So we will be covering everything. Okay. I'm just letting you know what other cloud database platform doesn't have, and what we have in the Snowflake. Okay. One second, let me close this. Are you able to see my screen?
But
I'm not sharing anything. You know, right? You're not seeing my screen, right?
I mean, it's just a whiteboard, right, sir?
Okay, okay. I'm not writing anything. Okay. Okay, just let me close it. Fine. Okay. So the Snowflake, like, when compared to other competitors, it's just not a cloud database. We can do data warehousing, data lake, data sharing, data engineering platform, and also semi-structure, and we can share data share with the other, clients. And also the most important thing, we can do the artificial intelligence and machine learning via Snowpark. Okay, Snowpark engine. So something that we have. So where we can write, code in Python, Scala, and Java to write the AI and machine learning programs. And apart from that, the ongoing hot topics, the generative AI. Okay, so that also we can do it through the Snow Cortex, something we have in the Snowflake. Okay, so this makes different from other competitors, the Snowflake. Okay, so coming the next, the biggest advantage is it can be decoupled. What decoupled is, like, the storage and the computation can be decoupled. When it comes to the other, right, they both are tied up. Okay, so whenever you store some data, you just pay for the only for the data, and compute only when we execute the queries, or when you run the reports. So only during that time. So maybe you might not query the database the whole day, right? Maybe you need for maybe in a day you might use like 1 or 2 hours the queries or the dashboards. So pay for the computation cost only for that duration. This is the biggest advantage that we have with the Snowflake. So this makes it unique from other cloud data platforms. Okay. So first of all, now we have covered 2 points. What is the necessity of cloud databases? Okay. And why the Snowflake? So far, any questions, guys? Please let me know if I am faster. Okay, fine. Now, let us see what are the unique features that we have in the Snowflake. Okay. So, as I said, the computation and storage can be different. Okay. So, whenever you store once you store the data, just only one time pay. It's based on the, terabyte. 1 terabyte, I think we pay around $40. And computation, it is different. Okay. Based on we have something concept called virtual warehouses. Those comes into the different sizes, small, large, extra small, medium, okay, double XL something. So based on the warehouse size and your query complexity, the duration that you use the warehouse, based on that you pay the cost. So this is okay. So you need not to pay for both the computation and storage. Both are decoupled, okay, independent. So whenever you execute the query, only during that time you pay the cost. Okay, this is the biggest advantage that we have. Second comes to the virtual warehouses. Okay, suppose say just you're writing a query, select star from table. This is simple, right? For this you don't need a
Umar,
lot of
have you shared the
computation.
screen?
Sorry,
Have you shared the screen?
I am not sharing screen.
Oh, thanks.
Haha. Okay. Say for example, you're writing a query, select star from. Is this really need a huge RAM? No, right? It's just a small amount of computation power is enough. And just imagine you are joining 5 to 10 tables, and you are writing some complex logic, and you're doing group bys and aggregations. So that is where you need lot of computation power. So based on your query complexity, the warehouse size, I mean the computation power. So you will understand, when we start the Snowflake architecture, okay? You'll get to know uh, why do we need the different sizes of warehouses. Based on the query complexity, you can design your own warehouse sizes. Okay, so this is another feature that we have. And coming to the next one, we have something called zero copy cloning. Okay, whenever you want to create a table, right, from whenever you want to, create a database or, schema or table, so what we generally do, we just copy it, right, to another schema or database. So here we have something called zero copy cloning option without copying the data. So we have something called micro partitions concept here. So with that micro partitions, instead of copying the data, you will refer to the metadata of data. So this also will understand when we deep dive into the micro partitions concept, how internally, Snowflake stores the data and what are the micro partitions. Okay, so this is the another advantage we have, the time travel. Okay, one more feature that we have. So time travel in the sense, like, you can go back to the data and check what was there from day 1 to day 90 days. From, suppose today is, what is the date, like, 13th of December, right? So you can check it past 90 days, what was the data with this time travel. Anytime in this, in between the 90 days. So say suppose there is some production data failure, and you have to take the backup some certain point of time in the past. Say maybe on December 1st you have to take the what was there the data on December 1st. So this time travel will enable you to, get the data particular day and past 90 days till, like, November, October, September, till September 12th. So on a table you can get it the data till the past 90 days. This is called something time travel. And there are different ways to, fetch the data. We have a statement, query ID, and, offset, that we will see when we are discussing about the time travel. The other features, like, um, the for performance optimization. Okay, so in traditional RDBMSs, what happens, whenever the data a table is created, for make sure that, the cardinality or the normalization, we make sure that that table has the right keys, like, right keys and right partitions. We'll create a, primary keys and partitions, right? So when it comes to Snowflake, you need not to do that, the clustering and, partitions. The Snowflake itself will take care of. It will do the auto tuning. Okay, so that is one of the another feature it has. It has lot of features. Okay, and it will also maintain the semi-structured data. So any idea what is the semi-structured data? See, generally we have this, tabular data, the formatted data, and the Excels, or, whatever we see, the tables, right, in the database. Those are the structured. Okay, semi-structured, I can give example, this JSON. Heard about JSON? XMLs, Avro, Parquet. Okay,
Hello. Hemant, are you sharing your screen?
I'm not sharing. You want me to share?
Yeah.
Uh, I just, okay. Let me share the screen because I'm this whiteboard. Okay, 1 second. Is it fine? Can you see my screen?
Um, yeah, I can see, but it's plain, like white.
Yeah, I am not writing anything actually. That's why.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let me open the paint. Okay, because I'm comfort with the MS Paint. Okay. Guys, so far we have discussed, okay. Oh, okay, let me increase the size. Why the cloud database is required? Why Snowflake especially? Now we are discussing about Snowflake features. So we discussed about, okay. So why, okay, let me recap it. So why the cloud database is required? Because while doing the on-prem, right, maintenance is difficult. Maintenance, and storage, cost. So to address all these things, we need the cloud databases. And why Snowflake? Because the computation and storage are independent. Okay. And especially, sorry, I forgot one more thing. Also, this is a cloud independent. Okay. So the Snowflake can be configured on AWS, GCP, or Azure. Okay. So this is a cloud independent. Okay. The Snowflake can be configured on any of these, uh, s- cloud. Okay. So this is one of the biggest advantages that we have. So why the many organizations are choosing, are preferring the Snowflake. Okay. And coming to the Snowflake features that we have discussed so far, like again, computation and storage. Already I have discussed how it works, and also the virtual warehouse. Virtual warehouse based on our query complexity, it will automatically adjust the computation power. Okay, you will understand when we discuss about the architecture. Okay. So other one is zero copy cloning. So without copying the data, how we can share, I mean, how we can create the backups. Okay, so this also will understand when we discussing about micro partitions and storage things. So other thing we have discussed about the time traveling, how you can access historical data, like especially past 90 days. And this time travel is not available on all the Snowflake editions. So we have we have standard, business critical and enterprise edition, and private review something. So starting from enterprise edition only, this feature is available, time travel. In the standard edition, this is not available, time travel. Okay. And coming to the next one, like performance optimization. So we have discussed, right, in the traditional RDBMSs, we have to make whenever there is, like whenever creating the table or extracting, we have to make sure that right indexes and partitions are created. But when it comes to the Snowflake, it is automated. Okay, all the partitions and indexes are automated. Performance optimization is automated. Okay, through micro partitions. We will discuss more when we start actual hands-on classes. Okay. So I think Likit, you are aware of, right? Like since you are working on data, so are you aware of the indexes and partitions on the SQL?
I'm only aware of the indexes, Hemant sir.
So, okay, the type of indexes we have primary key index, B tree, bitmap indexes.
Yeah, we only use primary key because since the given scale of organization is very small, so we just use basic indexes and so like not more than that.
Okay, here when it comes to the Snowflake, right, it automatically creates the indexes and the partitions also. So we'll go deep dive when we start the architecture and this micro parties, how the data gets stores and everything.
And also a quick question I just want to ask you here.
Yeah, please.
So since it's our first class, no, I mean just I mean I'm not hope I'm not rushing it out here, but like what would be the training? Like how will the training session go? Like some I mean the instructor told me that it'll be like 30 days, right? So I mean, do you have any topic based roadmap or what kind of approach are we going to follow for next 30 hours kind of session? Do you have any I mean like any PDF or any written document on that which is available right now?
Yes, yes, we have the materials. So I'll let you know the roadmap. Okay. So
Yeah, yeah, sure.
initially we start with understanding the architecture. So
Okay.
without knowing the architecture, there is no use. We are going
No,
further.
because I'm asking this because like I've already written the certification of Snowflake once, so just
Mhm.
wanted to know like what exactly are you going to follow and other things. So I mean, if there is any possibility like after the class or something, please you can kind of share it in the group or something like that,
Yeah,
sir.
sure, sure, sure. See,
Yeah.
the roadmap is like first we go with the architecture, understand the architecture,
Mhm.
and then uh, create the Snowflake account and create some tables and how do we ingest the data into the Snowflake from any one cloud. Okay, so we have three cloud environments. So we choose one and how do we extract the data from cloud and ingest into the Snowflake. We have different methods. Okay, so we have a copy command, we have a snow pipe. Okay, the ingestion
Yeah.
part. How do we insert the data? After that, how do we do the validations and the error handling while copying? Okay, so obviously there could be some expected errors, right? How do we handle? And before loading itself, how do we do the validations? Okay, and there are different loading patterns, loading multiple files, loading only a few files, and skip the error files. This all comes into the loading part. Okay, then the next one is like so in the era of IoT, Internet of Things, the data is continuously streaming, right? So we may need, the continuous ingestion, like, so every minute at 30 seconds or say sometimes every 10 seconds also we have to insert the data. So for that we have something called Snowpipe, that is the data streaming, which will ingest data continuously rather than the batch load. So batch load in the sense like we'll schedule it like daily once or twice or maybe weekly. So that is the batch load. Streaming in the sense it will continuously flow the data into the, let's say if you might have heard about the Kafka, the streaming engine.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So that for those kind of engines also will ingest the data into the Snowflake. So how do we do that? After that, we have some internal things like streams. Streams is like CDC, change data capture. So while we are developing SCD type 1, type 2, are you aware of the data warehousing? Any idea by chance?
Yeah, data warehousing, I've known a little bit about it. So, and also just wanted to ask, like ingestion, we'll be using, what will be using? Will we be using AWS or Azure in the class, sir?
Preferably AWS because most of the organization set up their storage on S3 bucket.
Yeah,
Uh,
S3 buckets, exactly. That's true. Yeah.
S3 bucket. So
And will we be touching anything regarding glue, or won't be touching anything AWS glue and all those other concepts?
glue, like so if you go right, so generally organizations have their own ETL tools. There are plenty of ETL tools in the market.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see, like maybe we'll touch base on any one ETL tool for simple, building a simple pipeline,
Okay. Okay. So,
end to end. I'll let you know which either we can go with the AWS Glue or sorry, Azure also has the data factory, ADF, Azure Data Factory. Something
okay.
we'll see that. Okay, any one
Yes.
ETL tool. So, and we are
Yeah.
going to discuss about Snowpipe and how do we schedule. So, suppose we have a uh, pipeline build. Okay, how
Mhm.
do we schedule that? the automation, the orchestration part. And after that, we are going to discuss on the, this semi-structured, the JSON and, Parquet file, how we are going to load into the uh, Snowflake. There are some methods how to handle this semi-structured data. After that, we are going to touch base on this architecture things, whatever I said, the zero copy cloning and micro partitions, the data sharing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
These are
for
some of the features.
transformation part, sorry to interrupt, sir. For the transformation part, I mean, like, will there be any classes on DBT, something like that, or so? What will
See,
be used for transformation?
see, this is what, like, I have the one of the other features that we have in features, right? So just I'm writing on my key paint. Just you can see. 1 second.
I think
We
you're
have.
sharing your what you call board only itself, sir. You're not
No.
sharing your.
Oh, I'm not sharing my. Okay, 1 second. Because that board is not. I'm comfort with that. Okay, sorry guys. I'm keep typing. Okay, 1 second. To use this. One second. So how to share my entire screen? Mayuri, like how can I share my entire screen? Because the audience can see only my whiteboard. So stop.
You have the option to share the screen.
1 second. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, can you see my screen now? I'm just sharing the.
Yeah, now it is visible. Yeah.
See, all this while I was typing this one.
Okay.
I was keep typing. I was in assumption that you are able to see my screen. Okay, you see this, right? Okay. So, so we were discussing about the semi-structure, right? 1 second, how to hide this? Okay. Okay. So these are the features we have: computation and storage, virtual warehouse, zero copy cloning, time travel. Where is this? So better I'll go to the notepad. Okay, performance optimization. So we have a semi-structured data handling, like JSON, XML, Parquet, Avro. So these are the semi-structured data types, data files. So we are going to handle that one. And coming to your question, how do we do the transformations, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, the
Yeah.
transformation.
See, transformation, yes, we have a DBT tool, data build tool. So now this is the Snowflake has its own internal, transformation, something called Snowpark. Okay, Snowpark. This is actually like, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and transformations. Okay, so we can do the transformations here, like rather than see. Already, the companies are, getting the license for the Snowflake, and again, why do we go do they do go for the external, transformation tool and paid? See, before Snowflake doesn't have this much of capability of transformations. Now they slowly, evolving and improving. So where we can do the transformation within the Snowpark.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
I'll tell you, like, that what kind of transformation, that data scrubbing. Okay. So how we do image and how do we aggregate, how do we filter, um, and all the data conversions. everything, all the transformations we can do within the Snowpark. Okay. Okay. Apart from this one, right? It also like, okay, now, so the now most hot topic going around the world is the generative AI, right? So we have something called Snow Cortex. Okay. Through this, it will be supporting all the concepts of generative AI like LLM embeddings, vector search. These are like high level artificial intelligence concepts. We are not RAGs, trivial augmentation data something. Okay, so these are the features that we have. So that is what I was telling, like why the Snowflake. It is not just a a cloud database. It is data plus cloud plus AI. So no other cloud database platform will provide this ecosystem. Okay. Now maybe like if you can see down the line, right? So in the next couple of years, almost all companies like that this is what I'm hoping, and with what the data shows. Okay, will be they maintain all their workloads in the Snowflake because it has its own unique features compared to the other competitors. Okay, so these are the features that we have. Okay, so what we are going to discuss in the in our during the course, right? So we are going to discuss about the topics. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the very first thing is architecture. So it has a three layer. Okay, three layer architecture where we have storage, computation, and the cloud services. So we are going to discuss about this architecture in deep. Okay, this is very much important. Whatever I have we have discussed about this computation and storage, is micro partitions, this zero copy cloning, all this possible because it has a unique architecture. After this we are going to discuss about virtual warehouses. Okay, so it comes in different size: extra small, small, medium, large. Okay, different sizes, and I will discuss when to go for which size. And also it has a unique like so whenever we need auto suspend and resume. Okay, so resume the virtual warehouses whenever we execute a query, right? Only that time it brings up the virtual warehouses. Rest of the time it will be in suspend mode. So that is the other feature we have, how we can auto suspend and resume. That we'll discuss when we are discussing about the virtual warehouses. And also like loading part, load data. So we have different ways of loading: copy, snowpipe, and also while loading, like we need something called file formats, validations, okay, error handling. So all this we'll discuss while doing the data load. Okay, and also we have some internal concept like streams and tasks for the automation, and maintain SCD type 1 and type 2. Okay, so also we'll discuss about the semi-structured data. Okay, and something for the governance purpose, right? So we have something called role based access control. So what is the role based access control? Like so we'll be having a different level of users, right? Developers, testers, and business people. So all require different types of access. Okay, so role based access control, RBAC. This we are going to discuss. So what else we are going to discuss is semi-structure we have discussed, and we are also going to discuss about
Connecting to visualization platforms like Power BI or Tableau, something like that.
that much deep we are not going like it, like
Oh,
we
okay, 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 got it.
given that time constraint, right? Yeah, we are
Yeah.
going to discuss about Snowflake scripting. So how do we automate the pipelines? And about the performance optimization. If there is any queries, running for the long time, how do we see, like, where's the bottleneck, where the issue is through the query profile, and take the, apply the measurements to, uh, auto tune it. Okay, or else, like, suppose if the query is running for the long time, just see whether it is scanning the table, how the micro parties are scanning, it's a full scan, or, like, whether it's using any clustering keys. So that kind of optimization. Apart from that, we are also going to discuss about the project. Okay, so one project that is going to be simple for the migration project. Okay, so then we are going to discuss about time travel, as we discussed already, and zero copy cloning. I have said, right, zero copy cloning, time travel. Already we discussed about it, and also the Python Snowpark. Few scripts just for this the transformations and pipeline building. Yeah. So these are the topics that we are going to cover. Yeah. So any questions? See guys, like, what I tell you, right? Snowflake is not just a technology, okay? This is going to be it is going to be a game changer. So whoever is serious about their career, something, right? So this is the right technology, right time, and the right opportunity. So any person, like, so it is offering, like, minimum 8 lakhs to 40 lakhs of annum based on your experience. See, one more thing, Snowflake is the one of the, rarest technology. The learning curve is very easy. Okay, less competition, more jobs, high paying salary. Okay, so this is the advantages that we have with this Snowflake. So let's join together and build a great future. So I just wanted to summarize, okay, so what we have discussed, okay, the necessity of the cloud databases and why the Snowflake, okay, and Snowflake futures, the topics that we are going to discuss. And I'll give you a little demo, like, so how to connect to the Snowflake. Uh, just load one table from the AWS cloud so that you'll get some idea. So for this, we need to have a one trial account. I'll let you know when we are starting the classes, right, how to create the trial account, because already I have a trial account. I'll just log in and show it to you how to load the data. What is this? One. think this is the one. Okay. Already I have opened something. I'll just, uh, log out from here. So you see this environment, right? This is how the workspace look like. So you have a lot of options here. Home screen, like if you want to integrate SQL, Python file, I'll streamlit tab. This is for the machine learning, apps and, on how do we create a table, stage, database objects. And you have something called projects. Okay, we'll discuss everything. Um, Whenever a query is executed, whenever you're copying or loading a data, how you can see the history. Something you are discussing about DBT, right? So here we can see how to set up the DBT projects and how to see what are the transmissions have executed, dynamic tables and tasks. Task is for the automation. So this also we are going to cover. And this is the Snowflake Cortex AI. I was telling you, right? The generative AI. So this is where you create all your analyst and search and agents for the generative AI purpose. We are not going to cover this generative AI and machine learning and artificial intelligence. But Snowflake, to some extent, the transformations and to see the query history. So this is the basic, snow site. This is we call as a snow site. And here you can create your own, Excel sheet and Python sheets to write your own, code. Okay. So now I'll write a simple, so now my requirement is right. So this is AWS S3. Okay. So I have created one S3 bucket. You see this, right? This is my S3 bucket. We'll cover everything like, how do we create an account and, how to set up the data lakes and how to, establish the relationship between cloud and the Snowflake, right? So this both are two different, right? They do different entities. We have to build the, connection between them. We'll see how do we do that. See, under this S3 bucket, this is my data lake and the data warehouse and customer schema. So under this path on this date, I have 4 files. So these 4 files I need to load at a time into my Snowflake table. Okay. So what my Snowflake table is this one, customers, and it has this structure: ID, last name, first name, email, company. So these are the attributes that we have. So make sure that your source files, sorry here, your source files and your Snowflake database table has the same structure. Now question comes, what if they are different structure? So it's not always necessary, right? A few columns it has more, few columns less, or some data type mismatches and everything can be possible, right? Yes or no? Hello, Likit?
Sorry, I was talking on mute. Yeah, yeah, yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, there is possibility that also we can handle. So I was telling you, right, what is the topic that we are going to discuss, the load the data. So here we will discuss all this kind of error handling while loading into the Snowflake. Okay, so for now I'm just for your understanding purpose, just to get use of this environment, one simple load from AWS to Snowflake. Okay. Uh, okay. So I have a database called production database. Under that I have one schema, SF schema. Under that I have a table called customers. This is my Snowflake environment.
This is already predefined in Snowflake, right?
No. I see for my for demo purpose I have created. It
Yeah,
won't be
that's what I
there.
mean. You already created in Snowflake. Yeah.
I have created for the demo purpose. So if within the Snowflake you want, like, they come up with some practice tables and data. You see this Snowflake Learning DB, Snowflake sample data. Okay, these two databases comes by default for our practicing purpose for sample data and everything, with huge volumes. Okay, but this database, production database, whatever it is there, I have created. Okay. So, okay, whenever you open a new worksheet, right? Okay, it will be blank. So you have to define in that sheet which database you want to use. I want to use the production database. Within that database, I want to use the SF schema. Okay. So this is the external stages. Sorry, this is also we are going to cover in our topic. Okay, stages. So we have something called internal and external stages. Okay, so and we have something called Snow SQL. Okay, so while loading into the internal, we need the Snow SQL. While loading into the from external, we just copy command is enough. Okay, so we'll discuss that when we need the Snow SQL, when we need the copy command. See, this external stage, this already I have created, which is the connection between my Snowflake and the S3 bucket. Okay, I'll show you the syntax and everything when you're discussing. So I just wanted to see the what are the files are there in my external stage, which means my AWS S3 data lake. Okay, you see this, right? In this, these are the files available. Okay, so this actually pointing to the root folder. I am coming here again and again. So you see this, right? Under D, we have a D folder. Under this unloaded data, D folder itself, we have so many, and we have a DW folder. Under DW folder, again we have lot many other folders: loan schema, semi-structure, and we have error validation. Under DW, we have again lot of other subdirectories. So I'll come from the beginning. This is my root. Okay. So under my root, I have DE, dim customer, DW. So DE, dim customer, DW. So that is what it shows here. So under my root, this is my actually root data lake folder, DE, DW, and what else we have? Dim customer, DW, and
Dim customer.
dim customer. Can we see that?
No, I believe.
DW, why just not showing up? It should show. Okay, customers, okay, DW and customer. Okay, yeah, customer schema we have say you say. So these three folders, okay. And again, say if I go to DE, right? We have some again two for one file and one folder. Okay. The file what we have is this one, unloaded data, something this one. So one file and another one folder. Under this folder, we have another two more files. Okay. But we understood the structure, right? So basically what I am trying to show you here. So I had already have a connection. Okay. The external stage connection with my data lake. So when I list it, it will show all the subfolders and subdirectories and the files under the my data lake. Okay. Now my requirement, what my requirement is, so here DW customer schema, dim customer. On this date, I have 4 files. All these 4 files I have to load into my customer table. Okay, guys, already because the table is already there. Okay. Oh, it's already there. Okay. So since it is already there, I will say create or replace. So it will replace the table. Yeah. So now the customer is created. Now I need to load all those files. Okay. Now tell me, so all these files are CSV files, right? Comma separated value. Do you know that? What is the CSV file? Okay, CSV file is a comma separated value. So each field is separated with the comma. Okay. So before loading data into this one, I have to define the file format. So that is what I have told you here. While loading the data, we are also going to discuss about the file formats. Okay, the file formats. So what type of file it is going to read. Okay. So we have to create a file format saying that it is a CSV file format. Type is CSV. A delimiter is comma. Each line separates with a new line. Skip. I don't want to read the first row of the file because always the first row of the file is the column headers, right? It will not directly start with the data. First, it will have the column headers, column names. From the second row onwards, the actual data will start. Agree? Shabir and hello, guys, are you following? Ramesh.
Yes, yes, yes.
So whenever we have a
Yes,
file,
yes.
the actual data starts from the second line, right? Not from the very first line. Okay. So for that purpose, I'm just saying while creating the file format, while loading into this one, my source file is a CSV. Ramesh, you know about CSV file?
Yes, and comma separated values.
Comma separated values. So while loading this table, my source is a CSV file and the delimiter is comma, and I just wanted to read from the second line, skip the header. Okay. And things are ready. So we know that we have the files in our data lake, and we make sure that the files are available. And this is the table, and we are going to read the CSV file format. Now the next thing is we have to load the data. Okay. See, we have this is the batch load. Okay, so we have two types of loads: batch load and a streaming load. Okay, so this is the batch load. I'll use a copy into command. Okay, what I say copy into customers from my data lake. This is the path, and we are giving instructions that the file format is the CSV file format. Okay, this force is equal to true means if the files are loaded already, it will load again. I'll let you know while doing this copy, right? We'll deep dive into this all these options. What is the force, true, false? Okay, okay. Since the table is created, so just do a select star from the table. Select star from customers. It has no data, right? Now load the data. See, 4 files have loaded from this path. These are the names of the files, and each file has the 2020 records. Total 80 got loaded. So when I do select star from, so total 80 records loaded. So this is a very simple and very basic example, like how do we establish a connection between a Snowflake and a cloud storage. And while loading, what are the things that we needed and how do we load it? There are so many things to know about this copy into command. This copy into will itself take at least two classes to understand the ingestion of their data with validations and error handling. Okay, so this is how the basic the workspace looks like. Yeah, guys. With this, I'm done with the demo. So probably you got the fair idea about the necessity of the cloud databases. Why especially the Snowflake. Uh, what are the features it has, and a small demo about the interface and what is the roadmap. So what are the topics that we are going to cover? So now Q&A. So please ask the questions whatever you have. So we'll deep dive, guys. Like we'll learn everything about. So don't worry. So whatever you see on the right, yeah. So we are also going to discuss about views and material views, store procs. How do we create this? Stages, internal stage, external stage, the snow pipes. How do we share the data? So if a user already has a Snowflake account, how do we share the data with the other Snowflake account? That is something data sharing. And if user doesn't have the Snowflake account, how do we share with the reader account? And the user is completely from the different region. How do we do the database replication? JSON store procedures, functions, and tables will discuss. External error handling will discuss. And there are types of tables within the Snowflake, like transient, permanent, and temp, dynamic tables, iceberg tables. There are different types of tables that also we'll discuss. We'll do some small Azure data integration, SnowPipe. Yeah. Yes, I just would like to understand, how good you are about, SQL, because SQL is necessary, I know. Um, if you don't know much idea or deep knowledge about SQL, I request you to, before joining this session, right, please, brush up or, learn some SQL. That is important. Yeah. So far, any questions? See,
Nothing from.
once we start with the architecture and some loads, and we progress, right, you will get lot of confidence. Okay, don't worry. And Snowflake is very easy and very powerful. Okay, so only the requirement is you should have little Snowflake, no, sorry, SQL knowledge.
Okay.
Shabir, Ramesh, Likit, questions now open to you. I'll just paste it in the chat. Why Snowflake is required? Future topics that we are going to discuss. So where I do the chart. Oh, chart is disabled. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Okay. So any questions, guys, open to you. Please ask the questions. So if you really followed the entire demo, you must be having some questions. Can I ask the questions at least? Hello?
Yes, sir, you can. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any questions from my end.
Yeah, Shabir has dropped. Oh, no, he's there. Shabir, question to you. Okay, why do we need the cloud databases? Since what are the issues we have the on-premises databases? As a DBA, you should know, like, the necessity of the cloud databases. See, here we don't really need any specific DBA or someone to maintain the database. Just, everything will be taken care by the Snowflake. Okay. So it's just a plug and play. Get the license, create your own objects, your data. Okay, do whatever you want to execute. So we don't really specifically require a DBA guys here. Okay, so it is a software as a service. Ramesh, you work on a web development, right?
I'm just a different domain, telecom domain. So I'm just looking to transit my domain. So I'm searching for the SQL and ETL tools and Snowflake one.
I think you are in the right place, man. Like, the
Yeah,
Snowflake
yes,
is
yes.
not that very easy to learn, and it has a high demand, high paying based on your experience and your skills. Like, if you spend some time to, digest the topics and, practice, right? Through
Yes, yes.
Snowflake, it would be very easy to transition into the IT.
Yeah. So basically I'm IT, but I'm working on the BO tool actually, business objects.
SAP BO, right?
Yes, yes, it's a BO. It's likely the same. For extraction I will do, for the
Mhm.
business objects, not very developing type.
So where you get all this
And
dashboard,
just like,
crystal reports.
yeah, yes, yes.
Okay, so we have a new
So
joinee,
we are doing Power
Padmanabhan.
BI, just
Power BI. Okay. Hey, hi, Padmanabhan. Okay. I think Shabir is not.
Hi, sir. Actually, I'm traveling, so
No, the demo is completed. We are done. So now we are in the question and answer section.
oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm
Uh,
late.
so the recordings are there. So maybe you can get it from the Mayuri, so you can go through that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I asked, is that possible to attend by next time? So they said it is only happen by next month, it seems.
Okay. Okay.
No problem. I'll get the recording.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Ramesh, please go ahead. Like, crystal reports, you work on dashboards and Power BI, you said, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. So
So
that you should be having some.
basically
Mhm.
we have telecom data. So like so by telecom data we will do the reports and we will send to the clients. According to the client command, we'll do the reports. That is my basic work. So I like to translate the other.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
I like to change other. So yeah.
Sure. Sure. Okay, guys, if nobody has any questions, we can wrap up. Padmanabhan, you have any questions?
No, sir. Actually, I came now, so maybe if I attended earlier, I would have asked the question.
Ask the
But
questions. Let's go through the uh,
uh-huh.
demo once, the recording, then you probably have some questions. Uh,
Sure.
yes, that's what, sir. Like, Snowflake is not just like, just any cloud database, okay? It's evolving technology which, combines data plus cloud plus artificial intelligence concepts, okay? So they are going to be market leader, sure, for in the, like, So if you learn this technology, right, you
Mm-hmm.
will see placing safe at least next 5 to 10 years in the safer zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Sir, actually, I have one question because I am a Oracle database administrator. The
Mm-hmm.
Snowflake, I have little bit knowledge that this is a cloud-based technology, and whatever the data we insert something, it will be stored in cloud, right? It's a web-based application, correct? Correct?
Correct, correct.
Okay.
Yes. I'll tell you a little bit about this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
See, it has a three-layer architecture. So it has three layers. One is the storage,
Uh-huh.
one is the computation, and then is the cloud services. So
Uh-huh.
the very biggest advantage of the Snowflake is it can be
Mm.
configured on any cloud.
Uh-huh.
Okay. See, even AW has Redshift,
Mm-hmm.
Azure has Synapse, and GCP, Google has the BigQuery. So they are
Mm-hmm.
limited. We can work on only their cloud environment, those databases. So, but the
Mm-hmm.
Snowflake is unlike the other one. It can be configured or install any cloud.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And the second advantage is the storage and the computation is decoupled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So suppose you have some terabytes of data,
Mm-hmm.
petabytes. The
Uh-huh.
storage, I think per month they'll charge around for 1 terabyte, they'll charge around $40.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When it comes to the
Okay.
computation, right? They don't
Uh-huh.
always charge for computation. So only whenever you execute some queries, okay, you want to select some
Uh-huh.
data, you want
Uh-huh.
to
Uh-huh.
generate the reports, right? So only
Uh-huh.
that time computation, right? So we have something called virtual warehouses. Those
Uh-huh.
comes with the different sizes based on your query complexity.
Okay.
Okay. So
Uh-huh.
execute the query, the virtual
Uh-huh.
warehouses automatically will resume. Once the work is
Uh-huh.
done, they'll suspend.
Uh-huh.
Say suppose
Okay.
you use your virtual warehouse 1 minute or 2 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
they charge only for 2 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And there is no need of to maintain any backups, any
Okay.
regular health check,
Okay.
any maintenance. Okay. Everything will be
Uh-huh.
taken care by the Snowflake. You just pay for your, license
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and,
Okay.
and bring your all your objects. It's just kind of plug and play, software as a
Plug and
service.
play.
But when it come to the on-prem databases, right, like Teradata,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oracle, or
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
DB2, we should have some dedicated DBAs, and we should have some weekly, monthly,
Mm-hmm.
maintenance. And the cost is also more, like when the data increases, right? So
Correct. Correct. Correct.
you also scale up your RAM storage, right?
Yes. 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 Yes.
You have to, that's what, right? So this is very difficult, and there is a lot of impact to the business.
Correct. Correct. True.
Well, queries will be late, and for the maintenance, you have to shut down the database and
Mm-hmm.
then send the notifications, then do your patchwork and break up.
Mm-hmm.
So this maintenance is not required.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Ah, so everything.
Then one more question. Then what will be the roles of a DBA or administrator here?
See, generally we
In
don't have any specific. So all comes into the one umbrella, like So we have a Snowflake developer, or else a
Mhm,
Snowflake data engineer,
mhm.
like engineer. And coming to the DBA, right, we have something called resource monitoring.
Okay.
Resource monitoring in the sense, like, so if there is a particular, account or, virtual warehouse, uh,
Mhm,
here we have the credit consumes.
mhm,
Whenever you buy
mhm,
the product, right, they'll give some
mhm,
credits, like, per month, 1,000 credits or 2,000 credits.
mhm,
And as
mhm.
a DBA, like you have to keep monitor which virtual warehouse, which account is consuming more credits.
Okay.
How can we optimize it?
Mhm, mhm,
Suppose there is a one virtual warehouse, it is consuming lot
mhm,
of credits. So how
mhm,
can we optimize? We have
mhm,
see here the data will get stored in the micro partitions. See, in the traditional databases, row level operations, right? So whenever
Correct.
you have to create the indexes and partitions. But when
Correct.
it comes to here, the data will just stored in the columnar format and compressed. So here,
Uh-huh.
all the indexes and partitions are automatically maintained by the Snowflake micro partitions.
Uh-huh.
So the
Uh-huh.
tuning will
Okay.
happen automatically, the performance optimization. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, DBA role
Okay.
also, like you can say architect level also, we have some roles to do the
Uh-huh. Okay.
monitoring. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned here project migration and all that. Okay.
Where?
In the screen,
Oh, I'm sharing.
the
Okay.
notepad. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Project and migration. What is that?
See, as part of like, these are the topics we are going to cover.
Oh,
What
okay, okay.
virtual warehouse stages. These are the internal concepts of at the end of the project, right? This comes
Mm-hmm.
at it comes at the end. Okay. So we have to give one
Uh-huh.
project, right, to showcase in your resume what type of work you have done in Snowflake.
Okay.
So maybe like migration can be anything from Teradata to
Uh-huh.
Snowflake or Oracle to
Mm-hmm.
Snowflake or DB2 to Snowflake. But we have for all this migration, we have some standard process. How do we do the
Mm-hmm.
migration? That
Uh-huh.
I'm going to explain. So what are the phases that we have? How do we do the migration? That one project I will give you to keep it in your resume.
So
Uh,
in case if we need to do the practice, do we need to get subscription or how that
yeah.
something?
So you will get a free trial account
Uh-huh.
for 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Is general. Also, we have a special version of student. Okay, student trial
Uh-huh.
account. This is
Okay.
for the 120 days. So I'll let
120
you know.
days.
This is free of cost.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I'll let you know how to configure this ones. So
Mm-hmm.
you're right. I have a lot of Snowflake accounts. At least
Oh,
so
is
far, I
it?
have created minimum 10 accounts. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So these
Okay.
all are like, these are like whatever you grade out, right? They expired. Okay. I created it 3 months or 4 months back. You can have
So
any
one.
number of trial accounts with a single email ID. So you need not to change the email ID also. With the same
Okay.
email ID, once after 30 days it is expired, with same email ID,
Mm.
you can create one more. No problem.
So can
Uh,
you show me you are shown that the screenshot, Snowflake screenshot, where the data is stored?
See, this is the we call the snow site.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay. The IDE, interactive development environment. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
here this is something databases, right?
Databases. These are already
So,
databases.
each database will have a schema
Uh-huh.
in the tables. Suppose these are the two schemas that I have.
Uh-huh.
Let me go to my schema where I have created some tables. So it has two schema. The public schema comes by default and the information schema also metadata. Okay. And the sub schema that one I have created.
Mm-hmm.
So here you can see the tables.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I don't have any views. Actually, I have not created any views. The
Uh-huh.
individual views and the stages. So this is also we are going to discuss. We have two types of stages, internal and external stages. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how you see the databases, tables, and schemas. What are the objects under a schema? Tables,
So
views.
here also same concept, right? Under the database schema, so under the schema tables will be there, correct?
Yes, correct.
So
And
that data is
mm,
stored in AWS or somewhere here only, like
no. That's a good question. So the data
disk.
will get stored in the see, initially when I have given you this option, right? The trial account. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
Mm-hmm.
while subscribing, you have the options to choose which
Mm-hmm.
cloud you want to use.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Azure or GC,
AWS, huh?
AWS. So based on the cloud provider you choose, the data will get stored there. Storage will happen in
Uh-huh.
that cloud. We cannot see the data.
Right. Okay, okay. Uh-huh. We
The
cannot see
storage,
the data.
yeah, and it will store in a columnar format.
Mm. Uh-huh.
Generally, in our traditional databases, it will row level, right?
Yes, correct.
Here it will columnar and the compressed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Not only this Snowflake. Okay. So generally, this is the storage concept for all cloud databases. Most
Okay.
mostly they'll store in this fashion only. So that is why since you are storing in a columnar format, right? You will not have
Mm-hmm.
indexes and partitions. It will be automatically maintained by the Snowflake.
Okay.
You just have to define the cluster.
Again, again, we need to purchase the subscription in from Azure, right? For the
No, no,
storage.
not required. Why? It is you will get one year free subscription.
No, in case of real time
Real time the organization will purchase.
organization, they have to purchase Snowflake subscription as well as the Azure, right?
Correct.
For the storage of the data.
Correct. See, Snowflake also will comes up in 4 editions. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the editions.
Mm-hmm.
I can say versions. Standard,
Versions. Okay. Uh-huh.
enterprise,
Uh-huh.
business critical,
Uh-huh.
and something private preview. Something we have other one preview.
In
Uh,
industry, which one they are going to use? Enterprises, huh?
Mostly like so if it any healthcare or BFS side,
Mm.
so they go with the business
Mm.
critical because they don't want to expose their data into the cloud much, so they'll get a separate
Uh-huh.
infrastructure within cloud. They'll go with the business critical.
Okay.
So if any
Okay.
retail no, they don't have that much of criticality of that, they'll go with the enterprise edition. If still they need
Mm-hmm.
more customization, still more secure, right, they'll go with the private.
Okay.
Business critical is enough. Private also their
Mm-hmm.
company policies and data governance policies, they'll choose it.
Mm-hmm.
So here
They
also
give
we
the
have
support also, right?
sorry.
Support.
Support will
Support
be,
they will give, right?
yes. The Snowflake support will be there. 24 hours.
Uh-huh.
No worries.
Okay. Only if we purchase the enterprise or a business, right?
Correct. For standard, I don't think so. We don't have.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And we have something called this role-based access. So something since you're a DBA, right? We do the okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have missed one more topic. Okay. Whenever we
Mm.
have some critical data, right? Say suppose
Uh-huh.
the name, email ID, telephone number, the other number are sensitive data.
Mm.
So
Uh-huh.
we should not expose the data, right?
Mm. Correct. Correct.
So we have to do the masking. We have masking and encryption policy. So this also we are going to discuss
Okay.
masking and encryption. How do we do the data masking and the encryption,
Uh-huh.
and also column level security,
Okay.
column level and row level security.
Okay.
So this also we are going to discuss. And also we have something called
Do you
role.
have
Yeah.
do you have that command based tool also here? Like uh, in Oracle, we use Linux machine. We use only the command. Do
Ha ha.
we have in the Snowflake also?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is a Snow SQL you can see, right?
Okay.
So we have two stages, internal and external stages. And while loading into the internal stages, yes, we need the Snow
Hmm.
SQL.
Sir, can you tell me how the monitoring setup will happen for this? Is that automatically inbuilt monitoring setup will be there, or do we need
No,
to
no,
do the
I'll
customize
tell you.
something like that?
You have something, you see the workspace, right? You have something called resource
Uh,
monitoring here.
uh-huh.
Uh, One second, I think only admins can set up that.
Uh-huh.
I think I really don't have the access or what. Cost management. You see here resource monitor, right? under the
Yes.
cost management, resource,
Okay.
and you can create a resource monitor and you can choose on which one you want to do the monitoring. You want to do on a uh, account level monitoring or warehouse level monitoring. And also you have the options to get the notifications. Okay. Suppose this guy has 100 credits. Okay.
Mm.
So once he reached around 50% of credits,
Mhm.
send me the notification
Mhm.
and suspend that user.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. We have like, percent, like, if he has used 100% of credits, immediately suspend that user.
Okay. Now,
So this,
actually, in Oracle, how it works, no, we get some table space alerts, some memory alerts, some load alerts, and disk alerts, some lock alerts. Those type of alerts, do we need to configure in the Snowflake also?
not required. The storage, everything will be taken care by the
It will
Snowflake
take
only. You don't have to worry.
Snowflake.
It will automatically, like, that is the biggest and biggest advantage that we have. Auto scaling and scale in and scale
Mm-hmm.
out. Okay. So based on your
Mm-hmm.
data storage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will
Mm-hmm.
automatically scale up and scale down the storage or computation. So that we are going to discuss. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay,
that,
one last question.
yeah.
Uh, for example, if a developer wants something from the Snowflake admin, what type of tickets he may raise?
See, you don't think of an admin kind of a role. Okay.
Uh,
So
uh,
you'll be having very less because that is what, like, that is the disadvantage we have in the on-premise databases,
uh-huh.
right? So you have to
Uh-huh.
do regular backups, maintenance, and scaling, like, increasing the RAM, CPU, whatever so
Mm,
whatsoever. So here you don't
mm-hmm.
have that kind of work. So that's what the
Right.
roles that what you have to look for is Snowflake developer,
Mm-hmm.
Snowflake data engineer, Snowflake architect.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's what for this is little bit of SQL is required.
Uh-huh.
I was
Okay.
requesting the other participants to brush up their SQL skills before starting the session.
Uh-huh.
So you can
Okay. Right.
expect
Because I
developer.
am very bad. I am very bad in the programming languages.
No, SQL is not that difficult to know if you can say
No, no, no. SQL I know, but when it comes to Python
no,
or
no.
some
Here you
other C,
just
C++,
basic SQL is
I'm not.
select and some basic concepts you improve. So
That
what
is
is
that.
your
That is.
overall experience,
Uh,
Padmanabhan?
I have 8 years of experience for Oracle.
You sit for 1 week or 10 days, you'll learn the SQL, no problem. So if audience demand, okay, so we can do a parallel SQL session
Mm-hmm.
also. Likith and others, Sabir, like if you need the
No, SQL I don't have any problem.
Mm.
SQL I don't have problem because in the topic I saw somewhere Python, right? That's what I was.
Python, like when we do the transformations within the Snowflake, we do the transformations in Python. That's not heavy. That we don't go very deep. Okay, very
And
basic programming. That is fine.
uh, anything performance tuning in this in your topic?
Yeah, yes, yes. We have the performance tuning topics also. Where is my?
Uh,
Uh, you see here, right? Where I have mentioned, yeah, performance optimization.
uh,
Yes, we have that
that
topic.
also we need to do manually or it automatically it will take care.
It will be done by automatically, like what we do, right? Whenever we execute a query, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where is that? You see, it's right. If a query is running for a long time, so you have something
Okay.
query history.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Suppose this select star from is doing some, running for lot, long time.
Mm. Uh-huh.
Just to understand that, like, you just go to the query profile
Mm-hmm.
and see what kind of scanning it is doing. It's a full table scan, like, it is reading a micro partition,
Mm-hmm.
indexes or clusters are required. This all comes
Uh-huh.
under
Okay.
performance optimization. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, yes, performance optimizations will be discussed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the course is on the online course only, right?
Yes, online only.
Okay. The
As
batches and all that I need to discuss with the concerned person, right?
yeah, you have to discuss with the HKR trainer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, guys, I'm
Okay, I am good.
yeah,
I'm
you're
good.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we have spent a lot of time, more than more than 1.5 hour. If no questions, I think we can wrap up the day. Please get connect with the concerned person.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.